To insert the adhesive symbol, choose PPM palette from the IDX menu. The PPM library should now be open. Next, click and drag the symbol from the palette into the drawing area. To point the symbol in the other direction, select it, then edit the nodes. Once the node crosses over the center of the symbol will swap from the left to the right. The parameters of the different elements of the symbol will be edited in the Properties palette. Let's take a look at the different elements of the symbol. The form element is where you would specify the adhesive physical form, such as 1-part, 2-part, or film. Let's go ahead and select 2-part. Next, we move on to the technology family element. Here you would specify the type of chemistry, such as acrylic, anaerobic, epoxy, and hot melt. Let's select epoxy. Next, we move on to surface preparation, where we indicate what type of surface pretreatment is required. You can specify detergent cleaning, solvent wipe, chemical, and mechanical treatment. Let's select solvent wipe and insert isopropyl alcohol as our preferred solvent of choice. Now let's look at application method. Here we first select whether the application is dispensed bead or roll coat. Depending on what type is selected, only certain fields will apply. Let's select dispensed bead and assume its cross-section is round. Since we are specifying a 2-part adhesive, we should insert a mix ratio. Let's input a 2:1 ratio. The remaining parameters are applied thickness, design bond line thickness, and bond line set method. For a 2-part epoxy, both line thickness values will be the same. We will be inputting 3 to 5 mil. Input 3 mil in both the applied bond thickness and line bond thickness fields. For set method, we will select mechanical spacer and input 5 mil. Finally, we will select surface of application. Let's assume the adhesive is being applied to both surfaces. As you can see, there are a variety of cure methods. You only select the parameters for the method you select. Let's select Heat Cure. Input 15 minutes for exposure time, 60 degrees for cure temperature, and oven for heat application method. Finally, there are places to input additional characteristics. Such as a triangular flag if the adhesive is to be applied in the field. Let's assume it is not. A circle where the masked line joins the reference line and arrow line to indicate the adhesive is to be applied around the entire periphery of a joint. We will assume that we have a non-circular geometry, so we won't specify. Finally, in the tail of the symbol, you can indicate additional details pertaining to the process or referencing a specification. Let's input the adhesive is to comply with product specification ABC 3333.